in by Southwest Airlines. With Southwest Airlines, you're now free to be more productive. Visit southwest.com today.
Welcome back to U.S. Cellular Field, where the White Sox are getting set to open up a 3-game series with the Mariners tonight. I'm Carrie Sayers. You know, the White Sox have had many great baseball minds in their front office over the years, but perhaps none more respected than Roland Hemond. He spent over 50 years in baseball, half of them with the White Sox, and was the Sox GM from 1970 to 85, also a 3-time Executive of the Year, including 1983, when the White Sox won the AL West by 20 games, which was a record for the largest winning margin at that point. And now joining us to talk about the Roland Hemond Award, Christine O'Reilly, the Sox Senior Director of Community Relations. Thanks for joining us, Christine.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You know, I hear you talk about Roland and what a great baseball executive he was, and as much as he's contributed to the game of baseball, he's contributed even more to the community, really doing so much for the betterment of the lives of others. And that's why in 2003 we established the Roland Hemond Award, an opportunity to recognize a fan who really embodied Roland's spirit of being a great man outside the game as well as inside. So we're getting very close to our deadline for online nominations for the Roland Hemond Award. We're encouraging fans to go to whitesox.com, go to the community page, and recognize someone. You know, we've had some amazing winners. We had a physician, a personal physician of Eddie Einhorn, who donated his kidney, which is, oh my goodness. But we also had 2 little boys from Oak Lawn who had a lemonade stand in order to buy toys and wagons for kids who've been in the hospital. So anything that somebody does for the life of others is worth nominating. We'll be doing a review of the nominations, and we'll have the winner out here on September 14th with Roland.
Still tickets left for that game?
There are tickets left for that game. So go to whitesox.com community, make a nomination, or just buy your tickets to be out here to celebrate with us on the 14th.
All right, Christine, thanks very much for your time. And I know you will be talking with the guys in the booth during the game about how to get legacy bricks, maybe an early Christmas gift for fans. So we'll see you then later in the game. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right, you at home, stick around. Hawk and DJ will be back with tonight's starting lineups and that first pitch right after this.
Welcome back to U.S. Cellular Field. Let's get after it. Let's get ready to play ball, as it's time now to show you Jim Riggleman's Southwest batting order of the Seattle Mariners. It's Suzuki, that's Ichiro, Cairo, and Ibanez, Beltre, Lopez, and Valentin, Jojima, Clement, and Betancourt. And the U.S. Sailor starting pitcher Mark Buehrle comes in 10-10 with a 3.77 earned run average. Opponent hitting .275 against him. The Rico defensive setup is Quentin, Swisher, Dye, Uribe, Cabrera, Ramirez, Konerko, Pierzynski does the catching. Nice evening for baseball. 80 degrees. Forecast pleasant. Take a look at the umpires for tonight. As we get ready to play ball, it is 7-11 and time for the first pitch. Tonight's game time start is presented by 7-Eleven. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven. Now it's time for my partner, Ken the Hawk Harrelson, with the play-by-play.
All right, DJ, thank you. And once again, good afternoon and welcome to White Sox baseball. First pitch, low and away there to Ichiro. Ichiro hitting at 306, 5 homers. He's driven in 36. Can't get that one. Mariners, well, they come in 46 and 77.
Ouch.
And what new? There's a little flare right into left field, something he has invented.
What the heck's Mark Buehrle just stared him down the whole way to first base. I remember Mark doing that. First time those two were all-stars together and they became friends, Mark Buehrle and Ichiro Suzuki. So now every time Ichiro, who hits him very well, gets a hit against him, Mark just gives him that look.
Ichiro now 15 for 36 lifetime against him. Mariners come in hitting at 265 as a club.
They just have not scored a whole lot of runs to go with it.
There he fakes the bunt, does Miguel Cairo. And takes the strike. Mariners with a 4.61 ERA. Ichiro 37 stolen bases in 40 attempts. And that's a little high.
As good a base stealer as Ichiro is, he's not about to run on Mark Buehrle. Mark's very quick to the plate, as you just saw. Also has the great pickoff move. So they're doing everything to deter him from trying to run.
Cairo hitting at 237. 34-year-old veteran. 4 for 8 lifetime against Buehrle. Cairo, who has been on 10 teams in his career.
It's more than me. What did he do right? Just means so many teams wanted it.
Outfield around to the right. And another pickup move. And here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. And if you are in the area planning on coming over, no sense in doing that. All tickets have been sold for this game. Now there are some available for tomorrow and Wednesday. And also this weekend against Tampa Bay. So call 866 Sox game and check it out.
Cairo, the perfect hit and run guy. Makes contact. Ichiro can't steal the bag against Buehrle probably, so they may put it on in this count.
That softly hit popped up. Alexei right out in short center field, 1 out.
Ichiro, if the hit and run was on, he was completely fooled because he was going back to first base. He thought it was a pickoff. Watch Ichiro, he's going back. Oops. That's a good move.
That'll bring up a Sox killer, one of our nemesis, Raul Ibanez, hitting at 298, 19 homers and 93 driven in. Ibanez last year hit 291, 21 homers and drove in 105. Takes it up and in. This is the 4th meeting of the year between these two clubs. In the first 3, we played them out there, and Sox won 2 of them.
It's had to have been an extremely long year for players like Ibanez and Suzuki. Quality, top-notch guys in the league. And yet 46 wins, 77 losses makes for a long season. New skipper Jim Riggleman had been McLaren.
Stacks it up, and that evens the count at 1. Ibanez 12 for 39 lifetime with a homer against Burley.
John McLaren, the manager to start the year, was relieved of his duties a while back now, as was the general manager.
Outfield, for the most part, straight up. Ibanez has a homer against us this year, 15 in his career as he takes a strike. Ibanez, 301 hitter, 15. Okay.
You all right over there?
Yeah,
how many frogs did you eat today?
Throw is killing me. Sore. That's out of play. 15 homers, 57 driven in. One out, 1-2 the count here in the top of the first if you're just tuning in. Close pitch, didn't get it. And Paul Schreiber.
Well, Ibanez got pretty good plate discipline, that's for sure, and that's not a pitch he felt he can handle, so let it go, and he was right. It was off the corner.
Mariners coming at 22 and 39 on the road. 24 and 38 at home. And a full count. Payoff, and he walks him. So trouble brewing.
Well, you can always see when a pitcher is overly concerned with the base runner and keeping him from stealing a bag. And Mark right there, you could see he was focused a little too much on Ichiro over on first.
That'll bring up Adrian Beltre hitting at 249, 20 homers. He's driven in 63. He is 2 for 15 lifetime with a homer off Burley. He's dangerous. Takes first pitch strike.
A situation now where you definitely got to focus on the hitter, but if the infielders do not keep Ichiro close at second base, he will still third.
And that pitch just off the plate. Couple of finals over in the National League this afternoon. Pittsburgh beat the Mets 5-2 at PNC, and Giants shut out the Braves 5-0 down in Atlanta. The only other National League game, Houston. There's that. Right back to him. Make a good throw. What are you doing? They got a mix up out there. The ball went right across the bag. And thank goodness the strength of Alexei's arm. Perfect double play ball.
Yeah, this is not something I've seen before where they don't know who's covering. For some reason, Cabrera just let it go, and he saw there was nobody in front of him on the bag. It's his play, and he just lets it go to Alexei, who has a great heads-up play that he makes to get the runner.
Well, it's Cabrera's cover with Beltre hitting.
But he was even there. I mean, all he had to do was reach out. Huh. There's no question about that being one of the mental mistakes that you hope doesn't come back to haunt you. This is a big out right here.
And this guy is tough. Lopez hitting at 299. 10 homers, 65 driven in. He's just 24 years old.
Another look at Orlando Cabrera is going hard to cover. He even puts his glove out, and then he stops. Mark led him right over the bag to where he can go get the ball, and he just stopped.
That's just a brain cramp right there.
Yeah, this is where when you're Mark Burley out there, who just did a good job picking himself up and getting what should have been a double play started, He's bearing down, and he needs to make sure he does not let that come back to haunt him.
Look at this. I'm telling you what, it's amazing. So that brain cramp cost us 2 runs, and it's 2-0 Seattle.
Yeah, that's most definitely too bad, because Mark did everything right except for locate this pitch to where a good RBI man can deliver. He yanks the back arm in, keeps the hands close to the chest, and just turns with it. He's a man that came in hitting .321 with men in scoring position, so he's not the one you want to make a mistake to.
Wow. This is not the way you want to start a ball game against a club that's really struggling. Vladimir Valentin.
Here's a guy that's got tons of power, so just don't throw it in his sweet spot.
Big hack. Last year at Tacoma, hit .291, 24 homers, 84 driven in. He's just 24 years old. 7 homers and 16 driven in this season.
Yeah, this is his second time around with the big club. Started the year where he got called up, got sent back down, and just recently back from AAA where he was crushing it down there.
Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. Cannot win a divisional championship making mistakes like that. Giving away games like we did Friday in Oakland.
No, I mean, you really, it's getting to a point where every single play there needs to be checks and balances. The throw by Adrian on the run. Lando can't hold on to it. He'd have been in there anyway with the throw off the mark. So here you go. Inning should have been over. 2 runs already in, and another man in scoring position.
And that pitch is out of play. Well, one thing about it, people say, well, how can Minnesota be right up there with you guys, as much talent as you got? Minnesota doesn't make nearly as many mistakes like this as we do.
No, that's pretty factual, and if you talk to any scout around the league whom we see all the time, that's one of the things they point out immediately. Minnesota doesn't make many mistakes.
They don't beat themselves. As there's a base hit, and it's going to be a 3-0 ball game. It should have been 0-0 us hitting.
Amazing how quickly things turn on you.
Well, you make your own breaks in this game. Everything is self-induced. When you make a play like that on a perfect double play ball and don't cover, and you don't get the out, the double play to end the inning, there's a good chance something bad's going to happen to you, and it has.
The Mariners come in with a record of 46-77. Yes, this is true. But lately, as we were watching from afar, they have been scoring some runs. That's not the problem for them. They give up a lot of runs, and we're probably going to score quite a few tonight. But it's not a good sign when you let a team score 3 in the first inning when they should have none. That's not helping your cause. Even if you do overcome it, it's not good baseball.
Joe Gemma checks it up. And the count 0-1. So Jimmy hitting at .218, 4 homers, 25 knocked in. They say, talking to some Seattle people before the game, they just don't know what's happened to this guy. Last year hit .287, 14 homers, and drove in 61. Watch out. As Uribe is going to go ahead and put the tag on him. 3 gift runs across the plate, and they lead at 3-0.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary.
Pierzynski and then Quentin. Dies, Homie, Konerko, Swisher, Ramirez, and Uribe. U.S. Sailor starting pitcher is Jared Washburn, 5-12, but a 4.58 earned run average. And have a look at the Rico defensive setup of Ibanez, Valentin, Suzuki, Beltre, Betancourt, Lopez, Cairo, and Clement does the catching.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. First pitch misses to Cabrera, hitting at 270, 6 homers, 48 driven in. And the count 2-0. Oakland leading Minnesota 1-0, top of the second in Minneapolis. Cabrera 8 for 28 lifetime off Washburn, 34-year-old southpaw. There's a strike. Sox come in at 70-53, 42-19 here at home. Hitting at 266 as a club with a 3.85 ERA. Chopper 2 hopper, Yurnieski, Betancourt. So here's Pierzynski hitting at 287, 11 homers. He's knocked in 50. AJ's had a tough time against Washburn, just 2 for 13, but he did have a homer.
Washburn definitely has not had problems with lefties overall this year. He's given up 16 home runs, has Washburn this season, 14 of them, though, to right-handers. It's the righties that crush him.
Washburn, like Burley, he'll get it and throw it. And that's in the center field. That's a can of corn for Valentin. And right now, let's check out our Heineken picks to click. Comangio, our director and the crew, well, they went with Alexei. Robin, Aiden, Tatum, and DJ going with Jermaine Dye. And Tracy and Cindy Williams and all the great folks at the Daiki Ice Center. We're going to go with Juan Uribe. So here's Carlos at 292, 34 homers, 95 driven in. Just a little tardy on that one. Good pitch, ate him up inside. He's right where he should be, and that didn't take long. 1-2-3. After one, it is 3-0 Mariners.
The job Javi did August 12th and 17th, picking up a couple of wins and that .56 earned run average. 18 strikeouts in 16 innings. That'll work. Javi and the rest of the starting pitchers have really been doing an outstanding job the last week.
First pitch strike to Jeff Clement, the catcher. Last inning, I believe I said that was Cabrera's cover. That was not Cabrera's cover with Beltre hitting. That was. I was just hot at that, and that was Alexei's cover, unless they get the signs mixed up. Now, did Cabrera put his glove up? Yes. But as far as the cover itself goes prior to the pitch, it's Alexei's cover with Beltre hitting, and there's a base hit just inside the line. Take another look at this play now. Ball's hit right back to him. Now Alexei doesn't act like this is cover at all. And you saw that might have been the reason that Orlando put his glove up.
Well, just by that whole action there, Alexei going back and Orlando going straight to the bag tells you there was some confusion between the two, even though apparently one knew to go to the base and the other knew to go behind it. So there had to be some communication between the two, yet they still confused themselves.
Yes. Here's Betancourt. Unieski hitting at .267, 3 homers, 34 driven in. Corners in close, and there is a bunt. He just has to look. Uribe was in, did not get back over there in time, so now the sacrifice.
And the White Sox, this is an area there's no question about it. They can improve an awful lot. In other words, really overall on the defense, where we've seen so many mental lapses along with some physical mistakes this year that have cost them too many runs, they can improve upon. If I'm the skipper, I just have to start pulling my guys together and saying we got some stuff to work on, whether it be before games, I don't care if it's after a game, whenever. There's some stuff where everybody should know exactly what's going on and be where they're supposed to be at the right time.
Sox with the infield in for Ichiro, who just served one out into left field, as we have seen him do so many times for a single last inning.
Ichiro, a rare 0 for 6 game the other day.
And that's just poked, just foul. So 1 out, 1 and 2 the count with young Jeff Clement as he strikes him out. 2 down.
Well, this is a big strikeout, just pretty much a fastball right by him. Last thing he anticipated was a fastball right down the middle.
So here's Miguel Cairo. All he's going to try to do is just make a little contact, put it in play as the curveball catches the corner.
Well, that's what Cairo has always done. Put the bat on the ball. Has never struck out much or walked very often.
Fouls that one out of play, and 0 and 2.
See the career numbers on Cairo. Not a whole lot of power. Again, he's just going to put the bat on the ball.
Puts it on it, breaks it. And there's a little souvenir. A sellout here tonight in the first of this 3-game set, first of the 6-game homestand. 3 with these guys and 3 with Tampa Bay Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Another one off the fist. Count hangs at 1-2. High and wide. This is the man you want. Abanya's on deck. Now field shortened up. Around to the right. Bunched a bit for Cairo. He gone. And that'll do it. So he pitches out of it. We go to the bottom of the second, trailing 3-0.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Grant.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn. Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear. For all your Red Sox gear.
For all your Yankees gear.
For all your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
.com. You'll find all you need for the baseball fans in your life. Visit us online to see the largest selection of MLB gear on the internet.
It'll be Dye, Tomey, and Konerko to face Jared Washburn here in the bottom of the second inning. If you're just tuning in, we gave the Mariners gift. We gifted them 3 runs in the first inning. Two 2-0 the count. Had a perfect double play ball hit back to Burley. There was a mix-up in communication and who was covering at second base. Nobody covered. He threw it right over the bag. Alexei was standing back. It was his cover. He did get the guy at first. And then they went on to proceed to score 3 runs. 3-1.
It'll be interesting to hear what the 2 middle infielders have to say about the little miscommunication.
Well, that turned out to be a big miscommunication up to this point. And you said it right earlier. Even if we come back and win this game, you cannot make mistakes like that.
No, and that's, you know, a carryover what I was talking about. It's been too many mistakes like that. Been going on for too long.
That's trouble. That's going to be a base hit. One hop off the top of the fence. So the double by Jermaine. That's his 31st 2-bagger leading off here in the bottom of the second.
Nice way to get things started. And start chipping away at Jared Washburn. Little cutter down and in, and that's the reason it stayed in the ballpark. If it would have stayed straight, it would have been right in the sweet meat of Jermaine Dye's bat. Instead, it got in on him just enough to where he kept it in the yard.
Now the Mariners are not going to put the shift on with Tommy at the plate as he takes it right there. Tommy, 532 home runs. 2 of those coming off Washburn. He is 6 for 26.
Interesting the way the Mariners have set up their lineup. Jojima, the normal starting catcher, is not normally the starting catcher now. Clement is their catching future, yet they just signed Jojima to a 3-year contract earlier this season. Interesting.
And that will get the job done as Jermaine moves into third. Yeah, Clement, he's just 24. He'll be 25 in 3 days.
Yeah, former first-round draft choice for these Mariners. So they're pretty excited about him finally getting an opportunity to play, and even if it's at the expense of putting Jojima in the designated hitter role occasionally. And you know, it's interesting how some teams are doing that now. They have 2 catchers, one's the DH, one is behind the plate. If something happens to the catcher behind the plate, the DH now becomes the catcher, and the pitcher has to hit.
Well, here's Canerco hitting at 223, 12 homers, 42 knocked in. Starts him off with a changeup.
Mariners have an interesting setup, though. They don't just have 2 catchers, they have 3. Jamie Burke, former backup catcher for the White Sox, is also on the big league roster for these Mariners. So he can be behind the plate in a pinch, play some first base also.
Another changeup. And the count evens at 1. Come on, Paulie. Stay out front, buddy. And that'll get the job done. That'll be a base hit. Jermaine scores, and it's a 3-1 ball game.
A nice job right there by Paulie, hitting it to the big part of the infield, giving the chance for Jermaine to score no matter what. It just happened to also be hit hard enough to where Betancourt is a good shortstop, good range, can't come up with it. A little problem with his feet right there. So nice job by Jim Thome moving the man into third.
Well, here's Swish. Swish, 17 homers, 55 driven in. Takes a moving fastball, a tailing fastball right on the outside part. Swish hitting at 229, lifetime. Not real good against Washburn, 4 for 22.
And he's not been crushing right-handed this year either, just 190 average. 3 home runs.
That changeup down and away. A bit of a late call right there by Shriver.
So often a pitcher will quick pitch like this and throw a straight change. Not a bad call right there. Just looked like it the way the catcher received it. Looked like it went right across the knees.
And the count evens at 2. 3-4-1 for the Mariners, 1-2-0 for our Sox. And a full count.
Mr. Grand Slam on deck, Alexei Ramirez.
Ball 4 base hit. There's a shot just fouled. Dadgummit.
Well, I tell you, when you're really not hitting the ball extremely well from one side of the plate and you hit it this hard, when it leaves that bat, you just start hoping immediately. Stay fair. No. You know that was the pitch that you were supposed to keep fair, because the next one might not be as easy to hit.
That ball hit deep. Stretch. They look up. You can put it on the board. Yes! 2-run homer by Swisher. And this game is tied at 3.
So that's why Swish pulled the one foul. He knew there was something better coming his way at the plate. Let's keep on talking. He struggles against left-handers. That away, Nick. Light him up.
And here is Alexei. Hitting at .306, 12 homers and 47 driven in. A little tardy on that fastball.
Take a look at the Ford home run replay. It's a changeup. Boy, he kept his head down on this one. Watch his head. Boom. Right there at contact. It was on the bat.
Count evens at 1. Oh, give a little love. Two and 1.
Well, Nick Swisher and Orlando Cabrera are two guys that have come to this team this year, and when it comes to paying attention to that bench or being in the locker room or anything like that, they have really influenced so many of these guys on the team.
There's a shot right down to Beltre. That is a definite hang woofum right there.
Yes, indeed. Looked like another changeup hit real hard by Ramirez from Washburn. And wrong place to hit it. Down there to Beltre, who can glove the baseball.
Here's Uribe. On at .236, 5 homers, 25 driven in. But the whole story about Uribe has been, since he has been inserted into that lineup at third base, has been his defense. Good pitch by Washburn. Good barehand play. Look at that underhanded flip. That is a major league play right there by a terrific third baseman, Adrian Beltre. But the Sox, a crooked number, will go to third, tied at 3.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a streamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Grant.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn. Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com for all your
First pitch, breaking ball missing here in the top of the third inning to Raul Ibanez. It's a 3-3 ball game. Sox getting back in it quickly there in the third. The long ball, but other than that, I got a very special guest joining me in the booth. Christine O'Reilly, our Senior Director of Community Relations, is up here to tell us about a program that's been ongoing, but this is phase 2, the Legacy Brick Program.
We're getting close to the end of phase 2, actually, DJ. I know you guys have done a great job talking about it. We unveiled the plaza on April 8th of this year, but we still have brick inventory available, and we're welcoming fans who still want to cement their place in that plaza, honor a person, a fan, a special moment, an experience at the ballpark by the bricks, because very soon we're going to announce a deadline date. So we just want fans to have that last opportunity to get their orders in before we close here.
Well, I know that it's been a very good success up to this point, and there's a limit to what is going to be available to the fans if they don't get it done right now.
We're getting close. We have the 2 sizes, the 4x8s and the 8x8s. And on the 8x8s, obviously, since they're a little bigger, you get a little bit more copy. And we're getting close to selling out of those. So that's why I wanted to be up here. And, you know, the other thing is everyone who purchases a brick gets a free complimentary brick sent to their homes. And it's not too long until everybody's thinking about, what am I going to buy so-and-so for the holidays? So if you order your brick now, you'll have that replica brick in time for the holiday season. You can check that off the list.
Well, Christine, we know what a great program it is and what a great idea it is, and you can see right there on the screen, folks. Yeah. Be part of it. Be part of White Sox history. Get yourself a gift for yourself, your family, or friends. It doesn't matter. And you know, DJ, the whole program benefits Chicago White Sox charities, and just now we're going through our grant process where nonprofit organizations are writing in to request funds. We'll review that and we'll announce our grant recipients at the turn of the calendar at the beginning of the year. And you know, to know that the fans' support is so critical for us to be able to afford that financial support of those nonprofit organizations. So we thank our fans. We want to fill up the plaza. All right, Christine, thank you for joining me. A quick inning.
Thanks, DJ. You said it would be quick. Thank you.
We'll be back.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
One lane, one chance, one gold. This summer, don't miss your one opportunity to catch history in the making. At Yahoo Sports, you'll get real-time news and highlights, up-to-date medal counts, and an easy-to-use TV schedule, plus expert analysis from Olympians like Dominique Dawes, Mike Powell, and Matt Biondi. And don't forget to join me, Gretchen Bleiler, for each day's Summer Games Roundup. One world comes together this summer at Yahoo Sports.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp. Ball is brought to you in part by your Chicago area Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Aflac, ask about it at work, and by Nissan and your Nissan dealer.
A 3-3 tie here in the bottom of the third inning. Top of the order for our guys. Cabrera takes a breaking ball strike from Washburn. Remember when that was almost a non-existent pitch, just a show-me pitch from the left-hander. I've always really enjoyed watching Jared Washburn pitch. He is a guy who has just come right at you. That ball can of corn into center field.
Jared Washburn, without question, pitching for the Angels, pitching for these Mariners. He's become more of the focal point in that rotation, which is really not the kind of pitcher he is. He's a good blend-in pitcher with a nice rotation. If all the pressure is put on him to succeed, then, well, your rotation's got some problems. So he is definitely one of those guys. You put him in the mix in a nice five-man rotation, he's going to help you.
So here's AJ. He went out to center field. Checking a few scores for you. Bottom of the seventh at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Red Sox leading Baltimore 2-1. Top of the sixth down at Tropicana Field. Tampa Bay leading the Angels 5-1. Tigers hitting in the top of the fourth at Texas, no score. Minnesota hitting in the bottom of the third, trailing Oakland 1-0. But Justin Ducher has just left the ball game. And there's ball four. Oh, the one-out walk, and that bring up Carlos Quentin. Washburn made a good pitch on him, hit him on the fist. Hit a little soft ground ball to the right side.
Yeah, Carlos probably not going to let that happen this time. He is not somebody that likes to get jammed. And he threw a cutter right on his knuckles, and he'll be ready to get the barrel going.
Breaking ball, tried to backdoor him. Carlos, I don't know what the number would say, but just I would imagine there's not anybody in this league who has any more first ball, fastball home runs this year than Carlos Quentin. That ball stretch. Nope, caught it off the end of the bat. Ibanez back, 2 down.
Yeah, that is a great stat. First pitch fastball home runs. A guy like Carlos Quentin who walks up there saying, I'm ready to hit, gets a fastball and doesn't waste time. But this is a changeup, and it's just enough to get him off the pitch and hit it off at the end of the bat.
Yeah, that late movement right there. So here's Jermaine. He doubled to lead off last inning. Takes it outside. That ball off the end of the bat as well. And that'll do it. We're into the fourth, tied at 3.
Game as we get going here in the fourth inning. It is 3-3. 4 hits for the Mariners, 3 for the Sox. And Mark Burley to face Vladimir Valentin. First pitch, changeup strike. Valentin doubled to right center field. Drove in a run in his first at bat. Quickly 0-2. Mark's done that. That's not been the problem. He's been getting ahead of the hitters. That's up and out. Little slow roller. Uribe, tough play. He's going to barehand it a la Adrian Beltre. And he's going to throw out Valentin. Uribe had it done to him. He's returning the favor. Juan hit a little nubber down to third base where Adrian Beltre gave it a little bare hand grab. That brings up Kenji Jojima. Swing and knocking off AJ's mask. Jojima, who was one heck of a ball play over in Japan. The manager was a legendary home run hitter, all-world home run hitter. Sadahara O. They really wanted him to stay with that SoftBank Daiei Hawk team. Offered him a lot of money. He wanted to come over here to the States and play. Said, I've got to go. Rumored that they offered him a 1-year, $10 million contract, which was monstrous money for Japan. He said, no. Two and two the count. A little slow roller. Juan's got to work it again. This time he can use the glove. He does. The throw picked by Paulie. Nice. That's some teamwork. One thing about the former shortstop, he's quick of foot. Gets to that ball as quickly as he can. Don't let his size fool you. That's hit up to middle, and Alexei can do nothing about it. So Clement picks up his second base hit of the game. Take one more look from a different angle of this pick by Paulie from the high-speed shutter cam over at first base. Nice technique. Just a very slight sweep to that ball by Paulie. Standing in at Unieski Betancourt, who put it down a sacrifice bunt in a second. Okay, strike one. Betancourt's on an 8-game hitting streak, and I mean, a good one. He's picked up 13 hits during that streak. That's up and out.
Well, he's a good player. He's not afraid to get a big base hit. He's got a terrific arm from shortstop.
Yeah, he is a good ball player. You know, one of those shortstops where if everybody else is hitting, you don't worry about what he's doing with the bat. He's that good with the glove. Even though he's committed some errors. That's high and into left field. Carlos Quentin. He'll corral that and make the play. So the 1 out, 1 run is stranded. Here's Mark Burley with a tie ball game.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that won't singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer?
For our trivia question. Who are the two pitchers that toss no-hitters in Mariners history? Two pitchers that have tossed no-nos for the M's. We'll let you know when we know. Here we go as Big Jim Thome standing in against Jared Washburn. Takes first pitch, ball down. Jimmy in his only at bat did a nice job advancing Jermaine Dye into third base after a leadoff double. 1-1 the count. Shift is on this time with nobody on base. Jared Washburn comes in to this ball game with 98 wins in his career and 98 losses. An earned run average just over 4 at 4.11. Needs 6 strikeouts for 1,000 in his major league career. 3-2 the count. Lifted into center field. Valentine started back, but he'll race in and make the play anyway. Every home game fans, the first 25,000 of you receive a Best Buy game card redeemable for a $10 gift card when you spend $100 or more at any Best Buy location. See stores for details. Paul Konerko 1 for 1, an RBI single and a run scored in the second. Paul had been swinging the bat pretty darn good. He's just got to take it at bat to at bat. Takes that for a ball. In the end, it seems like when Paulie has had struggles, eventually when he starts finding himself, his stance gets back to that picturesque statue or trophy stance. That's hit hard in the right center field. Valentine was playing way in and he ends up running it down. And fans, right now it's time for our Fruit Loom feel for the game. Our replay is Nick Swisher getting on a changeup, feeling good. Nick Swisher came in really struggling against left-handers. Just 3 home runs, hitting 190. Well, he felt it right there against Jared Washburn. Nice job sitting on the change. Washburn cutting it in on him.
And Oakland has added 2 more on a single by Kurt Suzuki. They lead Minnesota 3-0. He's hitting in the top of the 4th.
Well, Suzuki, in his first chance to play every day in the big leagues, has proven to the A's they made a good choice in putting him back there.
Well, he was their first-round choice a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Out of Cal State Fullerton. Really, he won the Johnny Bench Award, I think it was, for best college catcher while he was there at Cal State Fullerton, and now in the big leagues he's proven he can get it done. That ball is ripped by Swisher out to left field. Ibanez doesn't have to go too far. He'll make the play. A 1-2-3 inning for Washburn. It's 3-3.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. for the sickest action sports videos. Check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Cranston.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn. Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
One lane, one chance, one gold. This summer, don't miss your one opportunity to catch.
Well, a couple guys in a hurry to get things going. Burley and Ichiro ready to get after each other. 3-3 the game. And this bouncer up the middle. Alexei's going to make a magic play. He can't do it in time. Great effort. Wrong guy running down the line. I like the effort right there on the bounce by Alexei. A lot more accuracy because you can line it up with that bounce, but you'll see Ichiro, who is running long before he even made contact, beats it out. So the leadoff man aboard. Ichiro now 2 for 3. Cairo 0 for 2, standing in. Cutter in. Ichiro Suzuki on his quest to have his 8th straight year of 200 or more hits.
Well, he's one of the few players in the game that can go to the plate 4 times, never get the ball out of the infield, and go 4 for 4.
Yes, he is. He's special. As you take a look at this is tremendous. Man that has a total of over 3,000 hits in his career. He's just 34 years old. Ichiro Suzuki. Wow. Out of the reach of Uribe, who was drawn in because Cairo showed that he may put down the bunt. And he got him the base hit. So problems here for Mark Burley. The first 2 he's faced in the inning are on base.
And not one ball hit hard enough to black your eye.
Yeah, those 2 right there. Ichiro, who by choice just makes contact, slaps the ball, and runs. He does not choose to try and drive the ball, which he is fully capable of doing. Ichiro was asked this year to participate in the home run hitting contest at Yankee Stadium. That's back up the middle, now to the reach of Alexei. So Ibanez is going to drive in the lead run, and into third goes Cairo. It is now 4-3. Runners on the corners and big problems for Mark. Well, that's what Ibanez does. He just tries to drive in runs when they're available for him to do so.
Yeah, we've seen Mark make that play before.
Yeah. Yep.
Just didn't get his glove out there. Ball was not hit that hard.
So the Mariners, the 3 runs early that they should not have had. Now first run they've legitimately scored without the assistance of the Sox. They have the lead. Beltre, we've seen him do that before. Somehow he has that bottom hand come off the bat as much as I've ever seen anybody when he swings. Big hard swing, and somehow the bottom hand slips off the bat. And he's gone. Second strikeout for Beltre. Take a look at this. This is not easy to do and still hold on to the bat. Beltre, a hard swing. His left hand comes off the bat, and he still holds the bat with his right hand. That's one strong man.
Well, the Red Sox used to have an outfielder that did that almost every swing.
Really?
Swung and missed.
Who's that?
Tony Conigliaro.
Yeah. We know he was a strong man. Mark a big strikeout. Now he has to get after Lopez. Line shot. The throw to first. Not in time. So Lopez, who drove in the first two big runs for the Mariners in the first, this time hits it right at somebody. Ibanez doing the right thing. Line shot, get back.
Brooklyn Dodgers had an outfielder that would do that a lot as well, Carl Furillo.
I tell you, it's not easy to do. I don't know how you can do it regularly like those guys. Accidentally, yeah. I mean, occasionally a hitter would do that. But how many times have we seen it this year? Not hardly at all year long. I've seen Beltre, when we played him in the now 4 games, do it several times. That's up and out. And the count 2-0 to Ballantine. Vladimir Ballantine out of Curacao. Rips it foul. Power hitter in the minor leagues. He's got good power all directions too. He can go to right field where he can leave in the right center no problem. That's why you see Burley trying to tie him up. Count 3-1. Bases loaded and 2 down. Don Cooper will go out and talk to him. Take another look at that 3-1 pitch. Well, there are some umpires that call the high strike, and there are most that don't. Mark didn't get it there. Kenji Jojima is the hitter that is due up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Jojima is 0 for 2 in this ball game.
That ball was just above the belt right there, and I'd like to hear some of these guys give their interpretation of what's too high.
Yeah, I don't.
We're seeing more and more balls. I'm talking about an inch or 2 above the belt being called balls.
Yeah. First pitch strike to Kenji. Hitting at just 216.
One of the big outs in the game right here.
Outside. 1-1 the count.
Usually 4 or 5 big outs in a game a pitcher has to get. Mark had one in the first inning. Couldn't get there. Lopez with that 2-run single.
Right on the hands. Paulie's going to make this play. Yes. So minimal damage done for Mark Burley. He battles through it and gives up the 1 and trails it by 1.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Thank you very much. As Sox need to get the offense kicked in again as they trail it by 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's score of 4-3. Alexei Ramirez to start it off, and he rips one right at the shortstop. He's got a couple of hang with them. Last time up it was to the 3rd baseman.
That's just when you're having a rough night right there. You hit a rocket. I mean, he just killed the ball to Beltre, and he hit that ball very hard to Betancourt.
So 1 pitch, 1 hard out for Uribe to stand in. He takes it outside. Long grounded to 3rd base, making a highlight play for the 3rd baseman Beltre.
You let Ichiro hit 2 balls hard like that, and he's liable to have 2 triples.
Yes. He doesn't hit him that hard very often against us. A lot of soft hits for Ichiro, who we know can hit it hard, but now he's just one of those guys against the White Sox in particular. We have a pretty good way of going about it. He just slaps at it.
It doesn't bother me when he gets, you know how upset I get when guys get those little ducks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it just kills me. But when Ichiro does it, it doesn't bother me one bit because that's the way he is.
You know, it's funny, and you know, I told you how good of a hitter he was going to be here in the States. He has not turned into the hitter that I thought he would be. He still hits the 200 hits and set the single season record for most hits in a year and all that stuff. But I saw the man for 2 straight years hit the bejesus out of the ball. I mean, hard. He did not slap the ball like this in Japan. He hit it hard everywhere. Left field, right field, up the middle, it didn't matter. Over here, he has kind of just settled into being a leadoff guy, just slapping at the ball, getting on base. Now, he's mastered it. There's no question. Like you said, you can deal with it because you know that's all he's trying to do. There's a strike.
Well, he does it better than anybody I have ever seen. And I'm talking about there's nobody even close. In the 50 years I've been, 49 years I've been in this game.
No, the only person I've ever seen close to even kind of making contact the way he does and getting hits, and not to this level, was Vince Coleman. Vince Coleman would beat a lot of balls down on the ground, slap at him and do all that, and pick up a lot of hits because of that speed. But not to the level of what we're seeing from Ichiro. That ball lifted high and deep into left field. That ball is going down. 5-4 Sox. It's been some time for Orlando since he's gone deep, and boy was that the perfect time to do it. First pitch cued foul by AJ, who's 0 for 1. The irony to him hitting the home run is the man in front of him who drew a walk, which is very rare also. 1-1 to count. It is not easy to walk Juan Uribe. That went right by AJ. So 4 of the 5 runs for the White Sox, as usual, coming on the homer, as that's out of the reach of Betancourt. So AJ now 1 for 2. Taking a look at the Ford home run replay. Change up. Nice job getting down through it. Creating the carry, the backspin. So the chant starting here at US Cellular Field for Carlos Quentin. MVP. He has been that for the Sox, there's no question, as that's pop foul.
He got an Oreo right there and couldn't get it. Oh, he would like to have this one back.
Yeah, he was all over it. Stop and go. See the grimace on his face, or as Mike Larry likes to call it, grimace. That gets away, and into second goes Pierzynski. Clement appears to be hurt. Ow. Yeah. Right off the throat.
Yeah, that ball he got AJ yesterday out in Oakland, that got him in the jaw. Hit him in the shoulder, bounced back, and got him in the jaw.
Yeah, I heard him saying that, and I didn't quite understand it. Now I get it. I saw it hit him in the shoulder, and then I heard him talking about it got him in the jaw. I'm like, a jaw? Huh. Now Clement brushing it off as catchers do. That pitch inside. Clement can move around back there pretty good.
I think he's a terrific looking young player. He's a good looking young hitter. He's got a good short swing. He got a chance to be a good one.
Straight change. Jared Washburn has lost 3 straight decisions. And only one of those 3 losses was a bad outing for him. The other 2 just had no run support. See Jake Woods and Miguel Batista up. That ball hit into center field. Pierzynski on his horse. Going to have to be held up. Hit too hard, and Valentine playing in. So runners on the corners with 1 out. Nice job by Carlos. But look at this. 1 hop and Valentine's on it. You got to stop the runner then. So here we go. Jermaine, who doubled, scored in the second and flied deep to left field. Got a job to do, big man. Get him in here. Pick up that 78th run batted in. At least. Takes fastball right there. A lot of room in right center field for Jermaine. If Washburn decides to throw him that changeup away, he can stay right on it and drive it that way. That's down, and Clement again moving around quickly behind the plate to block it. Not a real good percentage for Jermaine getting it done in these situations. 16 for 30. Needs that to go up right here. Fastball in on him. Carlos Quentin looking across at his third base coach before he got his lead. Not a big lead. That ball is hooked foul. Big Jim Thome on deck. There's Chuck's son. That ball hit into the gap. It's getting to the fence. Being waved home is Quentin. Pulling up at second, and it is 7-4.
Good piece of hitting right here. Change up down. Just like DJ was talking about. Stayed on it and drove it right into that gap in right center field. Just like it was planned. Just like a blueprint.
I tell you.
A schematic.
That, I'm telling you, is just good hitting. So the White Sox knock out Jared Washburn. It's going to be the former starter coming out of that pen right now, Miguel Batista, and we'll be back. Our trivia question and answer. Who are the two pitchers that tossed no-hitters in Mariners history? Well, how about Randy Johnson against Detroit back in '90, a long time ago, and Chris Bosio. Oh, Chris Bosio. Hawk, just be thankful you never faced that guy. You'd have much rather faced Johnson 100 times a week compared to Bosio.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, what a nightmare he was to hit against. As Batista's numbers, 4 and 12 as basically a starter this year, and just astronomical numbers there. A lot of walks, a lot of hits, and not a lot of innings. So here he is, relegated to the bullpen, trying to mop up, keep the damage minimal. Big Jim Tomey's got a man in scoring position and 1 out. Slider in on him. Jimmy 0 for 2. Fly to center and grounded to a second. That slider misses in.
Batista, very talented guy.
Yes.
An author.
Yes.
Painter.
Yes. Musician. Poet. A renaissance man to the true sense, as that is a wild pitch. And now Jimmy with a 2-1 count, an opportunity to pick up an easy run. And Miguel Batista not going to face Jimmy in this situation. They're going to put him on, and it'll bring Paulie up. Batista says one of the best days that he has had in recent years was an opportunity when he got to sit around hanging out with Kenny G talking, because Batista has picked up the saxophone and was truly inspired once he sat down and hung out with Kenny G. Not Chucky G, Kenny G. Very, very intelligent man is Batista. Sometimes it's funny because you'll have those old-time baseball people say he's too smart, and he's got so many other things that he's interested in. He's just not driven as much as somebody that doesn't have as much going on. Sometimes that is the case for guys. I don't know if it's so for Batista, but he's definitely multi-talented and has had some struggles, especially this year. That pitch in.
That's big pitch in this sequence, in this big picture, so to speak. Paulie, as you know, the last few days is starting to work it around. Instead of being 0-1, 0-2, he's 1-0, 1-1.
Taking pitches far better, too. You're right. Batista misses way in.
No, he didn't want to do that.
Right in the belt buckle.
Did you ever get hit in the belt buckle?
Yep, didn't hurt a bit.
I got hit one time and it almost had to have a stitch.
Really?
Yeah. Hit it just right and it, grabbed it, just cut it. Got me right there in the gut.
Yeah. Didn't hurt a bit across that part. I got hit right.
Mine didn't hurt. I didn't even know it was cut till it started bleeding.
So somebody said, hey, got some Kool-Aid on your pants. Swisher with the bases loaded and one out. Takes the slider in. Ninth batter of the inning. Sox just a couple of grand slams away from matching their season best ever from back in 2004. There's a strike, and just yesterday they added to their totals with the bases loaded.
It's an 0-2 pitch. Fastball.
Yeah, Alexei just kind of looked like he was not happy and said, I'm hitting this pitch. And 0-2 count, and then said, here's a fastball at the knees, I'm nailing it. That's a nasty cutter in. See right there, 321 average with the bases juiced, 9 grannies. Most slams in the majors this year. Again, just 2 off of their season high 11. I think it took place in 04. The big boppers on the base paths. Two and two the count. Swish already with that 2-run home run in the second inning and line out last time up to left field. Right, Dave Ross reminds me even at this opportunity he's got a chance to go deep twice in the game from both sides of the plate. He's already done it twice this year for the Sox. 3-2 the count. And Batista is not the kind of guy in a 3-2 count, bases loaded, or any kind of situation where he's going to throw a 4-seam fastball down the middle. He'll either cut his fastball right here or put a lot of sink on it, but it's not going to be a straight one. Manager Jim Riggleman looking on. Skipper eyes again, wishing for good things. Cut fastball, bounced through the hole on the right side. Jermaine Dye scores. Being held up is Tommy at third with Ichiro throwing the baseball. You have to.
There was a terrific at bat for Swisher. Boy, after he swung and missed and fell down 1-2 in the count, you knew Batista was just going to keep pounding with that cutter and that slider. There on 3-2, Sox packed. He's got to get it out over the plate. And Swish just grounded it out with him, and he just gutted it out right there.
Ichiro, one of the strongest arms in baseball. No chance to send Jimmy home. So Batista comes on and has added fuel to the fire up to this point. Intentional walk of Tommy. Hit Konerko with the pitch. And then the base hit. So the 10th batter to hit in the inning, Alexei Ramirez, who lined a shot right at the shortstop for the only out in this inning. Right back up the middle through the wickets. Being held up is Cabrera. So the merry-go-round is working here in the 5th inning, as Ramirez finally finds a hole through the wickets of the pitcher.
If you're just tuning in, Alexei has absolutely scalded 2. One down to third, one to short. And there, right back through the middle.
Well, Mel Stottlemyre, an outstanding pitching coach, long-time outstanding pitching coach and big league former star, talking to his battery of Clement and Bautista. By the White Sox, 9 runs on 9 hits with just 1 out here in the 5th inning. The 11th batter of the inning is about to stand in against Bautista as Jake Woods loosens up. So Uribe, who walked and scored in the 5th inning, is 0 for 1. A curveball misses. Corners in, middle of the infield, ready to turn 2. That is squibbed foul on the slider.
Juan's going to have to stay with him a little longer. He's bailing a little too quick.
1-1 count. And that stays down and in. Uribe, who has been swinging the bat well, hit a homer yesterday and also picked up a walk in that ball game. That ball bounced down to Beltre. He'll flip it to home. Clement, no chance at first. The only play, Beltre charging hard, has to get it to the plate quickly. He does that. But no chance to turn 2, so you cut down the runner at the plate. Orlando Cabrera, all he did in this inning was hit a 2-run home run. He's got the bases juiced now. And he whacks that to the backhand side of Betancourt. Nice flip into second base to get the Mariners off the field. But after giving up 6 runs, the Sox now lead it 9-4.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Grant.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn. Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
For all your Yankees gear.
For all your Blue Jay gear.
For your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
One lane, one chance, one gold. This summer, don't miss your one opportunity to catch history in the making. At Yahoo Sports, you'll get real-time news and highlights, up-to-date medal counts.
Coors Light 6th inning. Now it's time for the Coors Light freeze cam and some third base defensive play today, folks. Look at this. Freeze. That is a big league play by Adrian Beltre, but that's not the only one. Juan Uribe says, I can do that. You do it to me, I do it back. He too comes in and makes the bare-hand play. Thank you very much. Coors Light freeze cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. First pitch, little slider to get ahead of Clement, who is 2 for 2, a double and a single against Burley. That pitch misses down and in. Jeff Clement, big swing, no contact. A couple of years ago, had 20 home runs in the minor leagues. Right here he has no contact as Burley strikes out his 4th victim in this ball game. Make it his 5th.
Yeah, he's now got 102 strikeouts for the season.
Fans make every home game a ballpark double play at US Cellular Field with an opportunity to pick up 2 hot dogs for the price of 1 at the All-Star concession stands this year. Unieski Betancourt 0 for 1 with a sac bunt, and now a 1-1 count. Betancourt, he and Alexei Ramirez were catching up prior to the game. That's hit high, that's hit far, that's hit deep, that's not coming back. It is 9-5. He just leaned all over that offering. His 4th homer of the year. 3rd career against the Sox. This is when you don't get cheated. Leadoff man Ichiro puts down the bunt. This is going to be a problem. Yes, indeed. Base hit for Suzuki, who was just drilled by the throw from Uribe. He's now 3 for 4.
It's just fun to watch this guy. He has got 3 base hits tonight, and none of them would have blacked your eye.
And because of it, Uribe says, take that right in the numbers. You want a bunt hit, you're going to feel the pain with it. And this just runs into Uribe. I mean, into Ichiro, that is. So Cairo will stand in. He's 1 for 3. And Burley checks on the base runner. Ball game long from over, folks, as the White Sox may have 9 runs, but we have been watching the Mariners. They're not a team that quits. They keep coming back in games. As you tell by the record, a lot of times they come up short, but still, they don't give up. Ichiro with 37 stolen bases in 40 attempts this year. Cairo trying to shoot into right field. DJ Carrasco up. I'm watching Miguel Cairo swing the bat. Swings as if he's just a little 5'6" slap hitter. This guy's big. He's not little. He's 6'1", well over 200 pounds. No problem. Right up the chute for AJ. 2 down. And to bring up the troublesome Raul Ibanez, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. This cannot be considered a quality night for Mark Buehrle, coming off of 2 outstanding performances where he shut down Boston and Kansas City, just allowing 1 run in those 2 starts. The Mariners with 5 earned runs, as it turns out.
Well, we got to go back to the first inning for those who are just tuning in. They should have scored no runs in the first inning.
Yep.
Perfect double play ball coming back to Buehrle. 1 out. He threw it right over the bag and nobody was there to cover. And it was Alexei's cover.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to find out what took place between Orlando and Alexei for that miscue.
And for those just tuning in, we're going to show you that play again, as that is into the seats. Now watch this. Perfect double play ball. So you see Alexei was way behind the bag. They did get the man at first, but then 2-out single. And then another double by Valentin, and they scored 3 runs that should never have been there. So Buehrle has pitched better than that line tomorrow is going to indicate up to this point.
That ball just crushed into right field by Ibanez, a little slider. The 11th hit mark is allowed.
Getting ready to say 1 swing of the bat here, and we got ourselves a different wiggle.
And because of it, the Mariners all over Mark when it comes to 11 hits. The skipper Oz again saying that's enough, as he's thrown 100 pitches up there and 5 2/3. So it's going to be DJ Carrasco to come in and try and stop the bleeding.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League.
GMC Fundamentals deck for a chance to win a suite for you and 19 friends, or enter at gmdrives.com. Win a suite for your suite. DJ Carrasco, 1-0 in 15 games, has a .270 earned run average and a .188 batting average against him, as he'll face the third baseman Adrian Beltre, who's 0 for 2. Make that 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Runners on second and first. Slider misses. Cutter misses, actually. Beltre, who put himself in rare company his last year while playing for the Dodgers, hit a whole lot of home runs. And that ball gets past AJ. The runners advance. I don't know if it was a pass ball. Let's take a look. Yep, pass ball. Beltre hit 48 home runs for the Dodgers in 04 before joining the Mariners. That's right under the glove. Ramirez rounds it off, and he'll make the play. Shaved him up the middle. So 2 stranded, and the score 9-5 Sox. A Dick's Sporting Goods game card. Bring the card to any Dick's Sporting Goods store for $10 off any purchase of $50 or more. Take a look at this play by Alexei. Boy, he makes it look easy.
As tall as he is, to keep his glove down when he's moving that fast is very difficult to do. Look at this. Get that glove down like that.
Not that easy.
Tremendous agility from the waist down.
AJ singled and scored last time up. He's drawn a walk, and he's flying to center. He is 1 for 2, and the count 1-1. Two and 1 the count. That's chopped right down between the legs.
One thing about Batista, these left-handed hitters, he is persistent.
Well, you can definitely look at Miguel Batista's arm and his stuff, and again, like so many pitchers with good arms, go, how do they get beat so often? 4-12 the record for Batista.
Hitters hate to face a guy that's just going to bust them in. You know it's coming. And what the good ones will do, they just keep you on going in an inch or two deeper,
Batista's case of why, it's because of his control. He's walked more this year than he struck out. Even with nothing straight, he doesn't throw a straight fastball, straight anything. That's fouled down. A little cutter. Batista made 19 starts this season. This is his 14th relief appearance. That's bounced to the right side. Lopez. Got to bring up Carlos Quentin. Carlos is 1 for 3 with a run score. 1 for 3 was a bullet into center field. Curveball strike. Great crowd in attendance this evening. A sellout on a beautiful evening. Nice and warm. A bit of the heavy air. One and one the count as the fastball off the outside edge. Defense straight up for Carlos. And he bounces it to the right side. Lopez, not far to go, makes the play and throws him out. So that brings up Jermaine Dye, who had one of the key at-bats in this game for the White Sox. He knocked Jared Washburn out of the game in the 5th, driving in 2 runs with a gapper into right center field. JD also has a double in his first at-bat. He's 2 for 3 now with 32 doubles on the year. Curveball down. Jermaine having himself one heck of a season. That also misses. JD with 79 runs batted in, 29 homers, and he's hitting .302. Not going to probably reach his career high 44 home runs of a few years ago, but he's going to end up in the mid to high 30s. That's off the end of the bat into left field. Ibanez is going to have some room because of it. So, job well done in that inning by the right-hander, Miguel Batista.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp. Ball is brought to you in part by U.S. Cellular. U.S. Cellular. Believe in something better. And by the Toyota Tundra. Visit whytundra.com to find out why the Toyota Tundra is a great way to keep moving forward.
U.S. Cellular presents Win a Jersey Wednesdays. Every Wednesday home game, fans can win one of 15 jerseys autographed by White Sox players and coaches. We've got another one coming up in a couple of days right here against the Mariners.
Top of the 7th inning, curveball strike to Jose Lopez. 9-9-0 for our guys, 5-11-0 for the Mariners. Lopez 1 for 3, a 2-run single and a run scored as there's a drop down breaking ball. 1-1 to count. Just tuning in, Mariners with 3 gift runs in the first inning. Sox tied it with 3 in the second. Mariners took a 4-3 lead, one in the fifth. Sox came back with a big crooked number 6 in the bottom of the fifth. And Seattle with one in the top of the sixth. It is a 9-5 ball game. And the top of the 8th inning in Minneapolis. Oakland still shutting out Minnesota 3-0. Drop down, he gone.
Change of angle and a nasty slider. Pretty simple. When you drop down like that, nothing wrong with that staying on the same plane and sweeping well out of the strike zone as long as you do miss outside.
Vladimir Valentin, 1 for 2, an RBI double. Takes a fastball up high. Got a final from Baltimore. Red Sox beat the Orioles 6-3. Outfield around to the right, and the 1-1 pitch. Curveball, that's high. Top of the 9th inning in Tampa Bay. Rays leading the Angels 6-4. Top of the 7th in Texas. Rangers leading the Tigers 3-2. No walks. Come on, DJ. Three-one pitch. Tops it foul.
Well, tomorrow's ball game, folks. Been told that the starting pitcher for the White Sox is going to be Clayton Richard. Pitched in relief just the other day in Oakland and did a real good job doing it.
Ball hit hard. Juan's got him. 2 down. Going for the Mariners will be Felix Hernandez. And there are still seats available for tomorrow and Wednesday's game. Sellout tonight, 39,002. Can't make it to the ballpark. That game will be over WCIU Channel 26. As there's a breaking ball strike to Kenji Jojima. Then in the finale on Wednesday afternoon, Gavin Floyd against undecided for Seattle. And that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. There are a few tickets left for Friday's game against the Rays. And there are tickets available for Saturday and Sunday. So call 866 Sox game and check it out. Check that. That is a WGN game that has been switched. Wednesday game on your schedule says Comcast. It has been switched to WGN. As that's chop foul. Over in the National League, couple finals. Pittsburgh beats the Mets 5-2 at PNC. Giants shut out the Braves 5-0 down in Georgia. Top of the 7th in Milwaukee, 7-2 Brew Crew over Houston. Lays off that one in a full count. You got some muscle memory, do it again. Take a little something off of it. No, he's going to go right over the top and ball 4. So the 2-out walk, and that'll bring up the catcher, Jeff Clement, who has a double, a single, and a strikeout. Clement, as I mentioned, will be 25 in 3 days. Got a lot of former switch hitting catcher, who was an outstanding hitter. Ted Simmons in him at the plate from the left side.
Grew up in little Marshalltown, Iowa. Little League team went to the Little League World Series when he was just a kid, and tremendous experience for him, as you see Matt Thorne warming up. #1 draft choice out of USC for these Mariners back in '05.
And the count 2-1. Yeah, he's a good-looking player.
His favorite player growing up, King Griffey Jr.
That's into left field. That's can of corn right there for Carlos. And nice inning right there for Cross. Go outside of the wall. Meanwhile, 7th inning stretch. Sox lead at 9-5.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Graham.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn.
Just send an email with your name and address to sackof10@comcastsportsnet.com immediately after the game, and you could be one of 100 lucky winners to win a free White Castle sack of 10. Pitching change for these Mariners. Jake Woods is on for his 7th time this year. And as you see, he's been really good in his 6 outings. That's really good, those numbers.
So Jim Thome to lead it off. Jimmy 0 for 2 with a walk. It was intentional. Watch out. And a run scored. 9-5 good guys here in the bottom of the 7th. First of a 3-game set. First of a 6-game homestand. Thursday will be off. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Tampa Bay comes to town. There you know the count. Paulie on deck. And Swish in the hole. There's one. High pop up.
Wow. Not an easy play for Betancourt, yet he made it anyway. Oli Bañez saying, all right, that's fine, you can have it.
That's Christian Guzman play right there.
Another look as Oli Bañez should be in charge of this all the way, but Betancourt hand out saying, I want to play.
I'll tell you, my whole career, I never saw a shortstop. Christian Guzman, when he first came up with Minnesota, he was trying to play short second, short right, short center, and short left.
Yeah. Only one other shortstop I've ever been around that tried to do that, and that was Sean Dunston.
Well, Bert Campaneris, one of the most underrated shortstops in the last 50 years in this game. Bert Campaneris had that kind of range, but after a year or two of playing in the big leagues, he settled back down and let you do your job out there in left and center.
Well, I tell you, there are some infielders that truly can't help themselves. They're such great athletes, and they were superstars their whole lives, that when a pop-up goes up, to them it's their ball.
The 2-1 pitch to Paulie. Paulie had an RBI single in the first. He also scored. Then he lined to center, and he also was hit by a pitch. Looked like he got him right in the belt buckle. There's a ball 4. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
It was so good, Paulie couldn't believe it. He had to ask the umpire, do I get to go to first on this? You see Clement try to pull it back.
Yep, it was outside. Paul Schreiber, as Brian Anderson goes in to run for Paulie. Paul Schreiber's had a good game tonight.
Yep, we haven't had a whole lot to say. There haven't been a whole lot of complaints about the strike zone from the pitchers or the hitters. There's your key. How many times hitters are looking back and pitchers are giving the big sigh.
There's first pitch strike to Swish. Swish has been the man tonight. A 2-run homer. He also lined hard to left and an RBI single. Sox with 2 home runs. Of course, with those 2 home runs, the Alex Snellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. And those are number 179 and number 180. So $18,000 donated by Alex Snellius in loving memory of Ursula. That's up high. 1-2 the count. Got a final from Tampa Bay. Rays defeat the Angels 6-4. Tigers have come back to take a 4-3 lead over Texas. They're hitting in the top of the 7th. Checks it up. 2-2. Full count. Ball gets away from Clement. And now Bryan, he's going to give it a go. He's going to make it all the way into third base.
Well, Bryan had no intention of stopping. A good read as soon as it got past the catcher. Clement didn't have any idea where this ball caromed. Actually hit right off the front of the plate, and watch Brian Anderson immediately. He's gone. He's off to the races, never breaking stride. Well, he got a chance to pinch run in the ball game. He sure as heck want to do something fun, and that was probably fun for Bryan. Jim Riggleman's probably questioning whether or not that ball was still in play as it went behind the advertising sign right behind home plate, and the catcher retrieved it.
Talking to some Seattle people prior to the game, they say Riggleman has done a good job over here. Very well liked. So now infield comes in, full count to Swish. Alexei on deck. 1 out. And there's ball 4. So back-to-back walks to Konerko and Swisher.
I tell you, Jim Riggleman pulling his infielders in this situation, saying, no, we're not out of this game yet. Get in here. We're not just giving up the run. You have to let them know. Riggleman, former manager of the San Diego Padres when he got his first managing opportunity, and then on to the Cubs before getting the opportunity after John McLaren was let go earlier this year.
So now second and short, halfway. That ball hit into left field, deep stretch. He goes back, looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes! A 3-run homer for Alexei Ramirez. And the Sox lead it 12-5. Mercy.
Oh, that guy's good. Take a look at the Dodge drive of the game. I mean, seriously, this guy's good. I mean, come on. He's been in the big leagues 10, 15 years already, because he sure as heck plays like it.
Number 13 for Alexei. He now has 50 RBIs. And here's Uribe. Well, if you walk two guys against a good offensive team, there's a good chance you're going to pay.
I mean, Alexei Ramirez is not an intimidating figure when he walks up to home plate. He's more like a stick figure. And you lay one in there and you're paying the price.
He can do, well, he's spring training. He's the best baseball player on this team. He can do more things on a baseball field than anybody else on our club. As he makes some mistakes, sure he does. First year playing professional ball in the United States. But he is absolutely fun to watch.
No question about it. You know, the impact he has so far of this team is obviously immeasurable. It's just been outstanding. And I think back to when Gucci first came over here and the impact he made immediately with this team.
And there's the third walk of the inning.
Good.
12 runs on 10 hits for our guys, 5 runs on 11 hits for their guys, and no errors have been committed of commission. One of omission.
Yes.
And here's Orlando. Outside. Twins scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Oakland leading 3-2.
Well, the White Sox are in a position where they've got some tough games coming up. They just got through playing Oakland, who is really struggling, and they took 2 out of 3. Should have had all 3 out there. This one started out poorly, and they've gotten things back under control. The games they can't afford to let go against the Mariners and the Twins and the Royals and all these teams right now. They've got to win them. Simple as that.
Horacio Ramirez. Pulled the string on him. But the biggest thing is playing the game correctly. If you do that going down the stretch, chances are you're going to be just fine. As he gets him upstairs. 2 down. Yeah, if you go out and you make a lot of mistakes, like we made the big mistake in the first inning, cost Mark Burley 3 runs. And as you said at the time, even if we come back and win this game, that's really not the issue, because you cannot make those mistakes, because if next time you do, it's liable to burn you, and you're liable to get beat 3-2.
Yeah, that to me is hopefully not going to be forgotten about as this game is over. It's something the manager or the coaches will step up and address.
AJ, Jeff Clement is there, but 3-run homer by Alexei Ramirez, and we're into the 8th, leading by 7.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
One lane, one chance, one gold. This summer, don't miss your one opportunity to catch history in the making. At Yahoo Sports, you'll get real-time news and highlights, up-to-date medal counts, and an easy-to-use TV schedule, plus expert analysis from Olympians like Dominique Dawes, Mike Powell, and Matt Biondi. And don't forget to join me, Gretchen Bleiler, for each day's Summer Games Roundup. One world comes together this summer at Yahoo Sports.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
A lot of changes here as Horacio Ramirez comes on for DJ Carrasco, who went an inning and a third. Did another good job. So Ramirez on for Carrasco. And we've got some changes. Brian Anderson in the ball game in center field. Nick Swisher moves from center to first in place of Canerco. Alexei Ramirez moves from second over to short, and moving into second is Chris Getz. 12-10-0 for our Sox, 5-11-0 for Seattle. Shortstop Unieski Betancourt will lead it off. He is 1 for 2 at a sacrifice bunt. He's gone out to left and also cranked out his 4th homer of the year. Takes it up high. And takes the strike. 28-year-old southpaw.
Over 5 years in big leagues. 14 with Atlanta.
Boy, he takes a sign the same way Wilson Alvarez did.
Yeah.
A lot of Willie's mannerisms as there's a ground ball, backhanded, no. Off the glove, that'll be a base hit. Oh, the leadoff man aboard.
Tell you, look at this. Folks, take a look at this guy right here. A man of 1,000 faces. Nick Swisher. Well, you just never know who's going to show up on any given day. Different facial hairstyles, haircuts. Forget Lon Chaney.
And here's a man who invented the art of the soft base hit. Ichiro, he's 3 for 4 tonight. All 3 of the hits are so soft. A little duck snort.
the two-time future Hall of Famer.
You got a shot at him. Two and one.
The only man other than Fred Lynn to win the Rookie of the Year and MVP award.
Fouls that back to even the count at 2. There's some big crooked numbers on the board for the Sox. 3 in the second, 6 in the fifth, 3 in the seventh. 3 home runs for our guys. Nope, forget it.
Yeah, he's hard enough to throw out if that was just going to be from Alexei to first base, let alone throwing it to the second baseman first. So Getz, no need to waste the throw. Betancourt had to give an early slide as Ichiro.
So here's Cairo. Takes first pitch strike. Miguel 1 for 4. He's popped the second, struck out. Had that single, soft single in the fifth in the hole between third and short, and he fouled out to AJ. Hit him on the fist. Good pitch. 2 down.
Fans, the 2008 Chicago White Sox are presented by U.S. Cellular. U.S. Cellular, believe in something better.
Right there, had an Oreo to hit. Couldn't do it.
Well, Ibanez is wanted by lots of teams when it comes down to it. Teams that need improvement down the stretch. He was coveted, that's for sure.
Well, you know, it's easy to look at a club, a big league club as there's a strike, and say, well, why didn't they trade it? You don't know what they have in their farm system. So unless you are very familiar with Seattle's prospects at the minor league level, but the Mariners have a chance, the dubious position of being the first team to lose 100 games with a $100 million payroll. Checks up, fouls that one out of play, and the count 1-2. I tell you, I've been in this game so long. I hate to see any team lose 100 games.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, you really don't wish that on your next door neighbor, and you guys don't get along. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't wish that on Charlie Finley.
There you go. Maybe the mule.
Oh, for sure, not him. That's foul, and that is slicing out of play. The mule had a much better personality.
Easier disposition, huh?
Oh.
Fun at the game. That's right. Night 8. Good evening to be at U.S. Cellular Field tomorrow. Also, those Mariners. And then Wednesday afternoon.
That ball hit hard. Over the head. Off the fence. What new? Ibanez, third hit of the ball game. So with 2 out, Seattle has runners at the corners, and that'll bring up Beltre.
Ball hit so hard, and Jermaine Dye got to it so quickly. Raul Ibanez not taking the chance of making the third out at second base wisely. This is not the kind of game where you start thinking about statistics, saying, I got to get myself a double right here. Just go ahead, get your hit. It was hit too hard. That's a compliment.
Takes ball one, does Beltre. He's 0 for 4 tonight. He's the one who hit that perfect double play ball back to Burley. Burley threw it right over the bag, and nobody was covering. That's softly hit, sucked up by Alexei. And that'll do it. So Horacio pitches out of it. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, still leading 12-5.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a streamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Evening. Cabrera's gone deep, so he's contributed in a big way. Even though he's 1 for 5. AJ 1 for 4, run and score. Carlos, well, he's only scored a run. What about that? And then look at this. Ramirez and Swisher with the homers. It's been a nice offensive night.
Jeremy Reed, former Sox farmhand in right field now, as Carlos Quentin will lead it off. That ball hit hard. Stretch, get up. It will, you can. Put it on the board. Yes! Number 35 for Carlos. That is 13-5.
Boy, that ball had lots of topspin on it. I know you had to wait to see if it was going to actually make it, and it was a wall scraper. Hit the top of the wall.
That's the 11th first pitch home run he has hit this season.
And that was not a fastball.
Jermaine high and deep to right field. Reed now right in front of the track. So 1 out.
Take a look at the Ford home run replay. It's a change of pace, and Carlos catches just enough. Look at this come down in a hurry and clip the wall and then carry him into the bullpen. Nice camera angle right there. Great job, guys.
35 homers, 96 RBIs.
Sack of 10.
That's right. It's going to be 100 people getting a sack of 10 from White Castle.
Yeah. Get your email in right after the game to ComcastSportsNet.com. White Castle, sack of 10.
Three and 1 to count to Tommy.
You know, talk about efficient yesterday and today.
Ball hit hard.
White Sox with 11 hits, 13 runs today. Yesterday, 13 runs on 9 hits. They're making it count.
Brian Anderson will be the hitter. Well, Mully's happy. 13-5 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Baker's dozen.
That's outside, and the count 2-0.
Here's a young man, Brian Anderson. That is, well, every time I watch him play now, there's no question in my mind he has become a true big league baseball player. He's eliminated a lot of the young player mistakes.
That ball hit hard, a sinker.
Wow.
Man, that thing, you're talking about some topspin. There was some severe topspin. But the Sox, Carlos Quentin's 35th homer, will go to the 9th, leading by 8.
Having a look at the game summary so far, the Mariners got to that early lead on the mistakes that are not showing up, but it is a 3-0 lead quickly, and then the Sox, well, they've just taken control since then. A good game for Cabrera and his first home run in a long time, and Ramirez. Everybody's done a good job tonight.
Second baseman Jose Lopez, first pitch hunting, pops it up. AJ. 1 out, 1 pitch, 1 out. And a reminder, there are some tickets available for tomorrow and Wednesday. Tomorrow, Clayton Richard against Felix Hernandez. If you can't make it to the ballpark, that game will be over WCIU. Then Wednesday afternoon, Gavin Floyd against Undecided for them, and that game over WGN. An off day on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Tampa Bay, the first place. Tampa Bay Rays come in. Tampa Bay, who defeated the Angels tonight 6-4. Tampa Bay with a 4.5 game lead over Boston. Boston defeated Baltimore 6-3. But there are some tickets available for that series, so call 866 Sox Game and check it out. That's popped up. Valentin pops up. He gets 2 down. And want to thank Jake Harris. He's been an intern most of the summer. This is his last day today, and nice young man. And terrific voice. Jake, we wish you the best, buddy.
Yes, indeed, Jake. Have some fun. Good luck.
Here's Jojima. Takes first pitch strike. The ball's hit hard. Meanwhile, 0-2 the count. $39,002. They have had a great time and also a terrific crowd. And that's one of the reasons that we're going to have a 43-19 home record.
They loved it at home.
That's trouble. That's into left center field. Bryan will get there, cut it off. Jojima will hold it first. Good thing he did. Bryan got it back in a hurry.
Yeah, Brian Anderson showing all aspects of his game. Going first to third on a wild pitch. Showing off his cannon right there on a ball in the gap. And he also crushed a pitch that, wasn't for that top hand, would have been a home run, his 8th of the year. You get a chance, if you're Brian Anderson, you want to show everybody what you have.
Well, I got a feeling. With the situation with us here.
Look at Brian's swing and that shot.
Somebody's going to be coming after this guy. This guy's just too good to be a fourth outfielder.
I think the White Sox are going to be the ones next year to come after him.
Clement fouls it back. He's just too good.
Yes.
Chopper foul, so the count, a ball and 2 strikes with 2 down here in the top of the 9th inning. Just got a piece of it. Look at that little block right there by AJ. 2-2. Two out, bottom of the 9th in Minnesota. Oakland leading 3-2. There's a base hit by Clement. So his 3rd hit.
Horacio needing to put the hammer down right here and get this game concluded. 2 quick outs to all of a sudden 2 men on. He's going to want to end this quick. Go right after Betancourt.
Betancourt 2 for 3, his 4th homer and also an infield single. Takes it high. Yeah, you don't want to let them put a few points on the board here. Get that juice flowing a little better. As that's fouled away for tomorrow's game. You never want to do that.
No, you definitely don't want them feeling themselves after this ball game.
And the count 1-2. Nice pitch right there by Horacio. And Oakland has defeated Minnesota 3-2. And there's a shot into left field, right at Carlos. He's there, and this ball game is over. So the Sox fell behind 3-0, 3 gift runs for the Mariners at the top of the first inning in Burley. Kept battling back. Sox kept chipping away and put 3 on the board in the second, 6 in the fifth, and 3 in the seventh, adding 1 in the eighth. They win it 13-5, and I'll tell you, just another solid offensive performance.
There's no question that tonight the White Sox really took advantage of the opportunities offensively. When they had the chance, they came through, they delivered. So that was nice to see. The support after the early miscue on the missed opportunity of the double play. So offensively, they stepped it up when they had to. Still, they got to eliminate the little mistakes to advance far into the postseason.
All right, let's check out our White Sox Chevy player of the game. It is Nick Swisher. Swish, big 2-run homer. That tied it up in the second inning. He also added an RBI single. He also walked and scored later on, our White Sox Chevy player of the game. So for my partner, DJ Darren Jackson, for our Hall of Fame director, Jim Angio, our producer, Mike Leary, our associate producer, Dave Ross, also up here in the booth, Mike Mayer, Frank D'Amato, and the man who runs this booth up here, the mayor, Mean Joe Groove. This is a Hawk. So long, everybody.